I'm Izzy Sullivan, and I'm here today to talk to you about this scene in the Hitchcock classic from 1948 called Rope. Here it is. So, what can you glean from this scene alone? If you've seen the film already, remove every thought of it from your mind and just look. Treat every frame like a painting. If you do this, I argue that you will see everything you need to know about what Hitchcock is not only saying about the characters of this film, but his outlook on humanity. To begin, let's talk about the technical aspects of this scene. Like the rest of the film, it's one long shot. This allows the audience to focus the most on the characters, making the framing much more like a play rather than your normal Hollywood film of the 40s. Although many famous films from the time, such as Casablanca and Double Indemnity, depicted dark themes like Rope does, they all had that specific Hollywood look. Glamour shots, high contrast lighting, and static camera movement. Hitchcock does none of this. This is his first film using color, and he embraces it fully. He uses color throughout the film to subtextually explain how the characters feel, but uses it the most within this scene. The green of the neon signs outside, the red blood on this man's hand, all create visual interest and force the audience to really pay attention to what's going on, as this is the most important scene in this film. So let's break down what's going on in this scene by going back to the first frame. Without even having to hear the shot, you can surmise that Jimmy Stewart's character, Rupert Caldwell, has just shot a gun within earshot of the busy city streets. He almost collapses onto the windowsill. What he has just done means much more than a shot in the dark. As he gathers himself, we hear the words, "Is that a gun?" The city is concerned about these shots and debates about what to do, having heard these worrying bangs. Ultimately, they decide to call the police to secure a stranger's safety. Rupert turns to the two men off screen. He's dumbfounded. Rupert did not know if the citizens would care. His surprise then turns to an expression saying, "Of course." He looks to the man on our right, Brandon, whose expression is even more perplexed. Jimmy glares at him in disappointment, now standing strong, almost as if saying, "I told you so." The man looks away, still in the state of bewilderment. He looks for an answer and finds nothing but shame. He can no longer bear to look at the men before him, the audience, or the truth, resigning himself to drink and forget the revelation. Jimmy then turns his attention to the other man, Philip, who stands not only shocked but completely shattered by the news. He doesn't move. He's stuck in a state of despair. Sirens blare. We know for a fact that the city is ethical. These shouts and cries for justice should be responded with joy. I mean, who doesn't want to be surrounded by other ethical people? Well, non-ethical people. The men feel nothing but shock and shame. They didn't believe in the people around them and were smaller men for it. All except Rupert. He towers above them in the middle of the frame, the only one to look at the audience, the only one to face the truth. In one hand, he holds the tool that proved the optimism of the world, and in the other, a bloodied bandage. He's victorious in the fight for humanity, while the two boys still stay in either a state of delusion or forced indifference. Although this scene does not show the morbid actions of the two boys throughout the film, for instance, that chest Rupert walks towards has a body inside. Based on the reactions alone, you know that they are villains to humanity itself and have been left defeated. This frame acts like a perfect portrait of the demolition of nihilistic Nietzschean beliefs. A portrait of hope for humanity and justice, all within a minute-long sequence without any dialogue. It shows you everything you need to know without a word.